It's the lesson with Mr. Clark on Lake Effect Radio.
You gonna learn today. You gonna learn today. All right.
Hey you guys, happy Monday. It's Mr. Clark in the studio with Miss Ishery and Miss G Girl. And today's episode number 11.
11?
And just so happens to be my favorite number.
11?
Because a very special person was born on the 11th day.
Oh my.
So this week's topic is in relation to typecasting, which is somewhat different than stereotyping. So let me break it down for you. Typecasting is when you pick up on certain parts of a person's character and you've decided that that's exactly who they are, and you're going to keep creating scenarios where they have to be that person, which is different than stereotyping, because that implies you don't have any or a very small amount of information about a person, and you consistently base your interpretation of who they are off that information. Not the same. So, typecasting is kind of a fault, if you will, because you eliminate all the possibilities of who this person could actually be. Kind of setting yourself up for the woo.
Typecasting.
Yeah, it's like in acting, it would be, let's say, if Monique continued to do angry black mama roles.
Okay.
Because we see her as an angry black mama, and we never really let her unfold into all of who she is. Maybe we never got to see her as a comedian because she just consistently got typecasted into the angry black mama.
Okay.
Sort of like Megan Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or who is that? The one that plays on Blackish. The I can't think of her name.
Tracee Ellis Ross?
No.
the mother.
The mother
Jennifer Lewis.
Yes, Jennifer Lewis
She's
is
typecast.
mostly always the same person.
The auntie, the boisterous, loud auntie. That's her.
Yeah, or mama.
Yeah.
/ mama, auntie.
Or person.
Or /
I
grandmother.
never forget an
Right.
episode of Living Single where she played, was not Popra. It was something like that.
Oh yes,
She
I
was
remember.
the talk show host.
Yes,
and
I
then
remember.
on Tyler Perry's movie,
Mhm.
she was the wedding planner, but she was still the boisterous person.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take it back further. On my favorite show, A Different World, she was Dean Davenport,
Really?
and she always goes, "You are on my list." That was her.
Wow.
And she's always been that. So yes.
I've been on 275 shows, 30 movies. Oh, you ain't seen it?
No.
Y'all gotta Google Jennifer Lewis playing with the guy from, I don't know what he from. He like one of the chubby comedian guys that always be on TV right now.
Really?
But he was pretending to be her voice.
Mm-hmm.
Hilarious.
Oh yes, what you're talking about.
And if you ain't catch Brandy and Jennifer Lewis,
Oh my gosh, that's my mood that is my mantra for the rest of the year.
it's
What
been
is the
hilarious.
mantra? What is it?
In these streets?
Well, yeah, we can't say the.
Yeah, we can't say none of
We
it for
can't
real.
say
Yeah.
any of it?
They was being extra.
Oh,
she
wow.
she took it all the way back to her young wretched days to pull out the song they made up together.
Yes, maybe on the break we'll show you.
Okay, sounds good.
So
But she's chosen to do that though. That's working for her though. Jennifer
that's who
Lewis.
she is. Like,
Yeah.
and we love her for it. Like we want to see more of that. Like, close that generational
So do
gap.
you think that Cookie is really Taraji, or Taraji is really Cookie?
I think that's what Taraji is mad about. Like, she feel like she's being typecast. She's like backlashed over the overwhelming support of that character, because she felt like she had way more significant characters in that she's played that haven't gotten the attention. Like when she played the historic woman who led the golf team.
Right.
Very few people saw that movie, and it was actually the movie she felt like she was most proud of. But here she is getting her nominations for Cookie.
Okay. Well, I've heard her say that, but I mean, is she Cookie in some
I
respect?
think that
I
she
mean, you
has
always have-
parts of
Yeah.
like she from DC, and she, to me, the way Cookie is and how I know people from DC to be, I think there is some kind of authenticity.
of
Yes.
Cookie.
Yeah, I think she brings out her days back in DC out of in that character.
Okay.
So
Okay.
either she brings it out from her own personal perspective, or has people in her circle where she can play off of that, or that has acted like that. Like Tyler Perry does Medea. That's somebody in his family.
aunt.
Yeah, his aunt. So
Okay.
And I mean, I don't want to say as an actor because you ain't nothing until you didn't got paid for it. But as someone who contributes and have fed off of those people, they always say you have to create. You have to pull from yourself to create that character. So maybe it's this much of you, and you exaggerate that.
right.
Okay.
And that's the part that make typecasting so bad, because you believe that this is that person, and it's only that much of
the
them,
person.
or what they've allowed you to see.
Right. Yeah.
And you've missed this whole growth and brevity of who this person is, and you're dismissing it because you think they're 5 seconds.
So that's what's happening to me at work.
Yes.
I think that's what
Maybe.
happened to me at work too. But you know what? I don't care anymore.
Well, that's why I was asking, does Jennifer Lewis care that she's typecast?
She does. She's come out and I think she said something
I
about.
think she loved that though.
Yeah, she likes it. She's even talked about that she's bipolar and how that affects certain things. So I think she's comfortable in that, and she's comfortable in the skin that she's in. And so that's what you gotta be. You gotta be comfortable with. If they want to typecast me as XYZ,
And
I
that
know.
brings me to the point. Be careful who you typecast, because they may just decide to continue to play the role. Oh, that's who you think I am? That's what you want from me? I'm going to do that to the fullest extent.
I'm guilty of that.
Of taking the role and going,
Oh, yeah.
oh, you think I'm the angry? I'm going to be the angry.
To an award-winning performance, as a matter of fact.
Even though you know that's not you for real.
Well, I mean,
That's a
like
piece.
like you said, it's a piece of you, but people have a tendency to put you in a box and want to, freeze you right there, and that's who you are. So to them, and so I think that it's a blessing and a curse too to take that attitude. How it is, it's a blessing and a curse to take that attitude to say, all right, then I'm gonna give it to you to the full extent. When you could flip it and say, not only am I gonna show you this, but I'm gonna show you that too.
And I knew our scribe would bring out that fact. It's always two ways to react to something. Like, it's two ways to react to that specifically. Either I'm going to be that to the point you hate that you made me that, or I'm going to be the exact opposite. Almost like how either you're exactly what your parents are, or the exact opposite of what your parents are. So I thought that was interesting. And to relate it to a current topic in the news, because that's what we do. Miss Black China,
Oh,
I love you, man. You out here just showing out. So congratulations are in order. She is officially pregnant. And has her ring.
Do you understand that I can't even be mad at her?
I'm not mad at all. I
Like-
mean, if that's what you got to do, then hey.
It's not even what she has to do. It's what they forced. They forced her hand. All she wanted to do was be a nice young woman who met the man who was going to take her out the strip club. But they would not allow her to do that.
No, they didn't do that. He did that. And then she reacted appropriately.
Yeah.
I think it. Okay, it was him too.
And because
we cannot dismiss it.
It was him. He initially brought this on. But then when he decided to try to enter into this club of KKKs,
Right.
KKKKs, when he entered into the club, she said, all right then, I'm going to show you. We're all going to be part of it. We're going to be a family.
Right.
So I can't even be mad at her for that.
But somebody said that she will have the sole heir of the Kardashian name because everyone else who has children, their kids are named after the father.
Don't hate the player.
So she's the only one that's going to have
a
child
game
with the Kardashian name, the sole heir.
That is true.
The sole heir, especially
I
if it's a
didn't
boy.
think about that. I didn't think about that. That is very true.
I love her for it, because that is a sign and a half. You think I'm stupid. You think I don't know what's going on. You think you're going to play me and leave me behind. I'm going to show your, let me check the list, ass.
You try to treat. It's true. They treated her as they typecast her as a less than
little stripper girl. Don't know nothing about
as a
Right.
less than little stripper girl who got dumped.
We're gonna take her man.
They did.
And her
They
baby.
typecast her.
They took
did.
her man after they was friends with her
After
before
they
that.
was friends with
That's
her.
the bad
Oh, is
thing.
that
They were
what- oh, I
her and
didn't
Kim
know
K
that.
were good.
Him or yeah.
Very good friends.
Very good friend.
Yes, you always see pictures of them hanging out together. And then
Why didn't they tell the youngest no? You
They probably helped her.
exactly.
why?
Because that's
Because
how
people
they are.
shady.
That's how they are.
But
me.
see, to me, I don't understand unless he really has something to have,
But I don't know.
and so I don't get that from
Some people just like taking stuff just to take
Just
stuff.
because.
Because Kim stole Kanye from Amber because she was a nothing little girl.
Yeah,
who you
but-
can just take.
Yeah, but Kanye had something to have. I don't know about the guy.
Tiger
Well, remember,
doesn't-
Kylie wasn't
Well-
always cute now.
She was not. Her lips was about that big. Now she claims that
y'all-
it's overdrawn.
Y'all not being fair.
But it's the truth.
She was part of the litter. She looked like them.
But she looked like the Bruce Jenner side. She didn't look like the Kardashian side. So she
Kendall
didn't look like
look
her
fine.
mother.
Kendall look fine.
Kendall looks
She a
good.
Jenner?
Yeah, but Kylie, I don't know. Maybe that was her growing phase. You know, we
It might have
always
been,
go through
right.
that.
We go through it.
But I don't believe for one second that those are her real lips. No. No.
I just feel like, it's very important that we cognizant of how we treat folks, because that has a
agree.
direct effect on who they end up being for us.
Or against us.
Or against us, because we don't necessarily know, who they are truly. We know a component. Everybody got that person they turn into when they take their drawers off and they close their doors.
Wow, what an analogy.
Exactly, yeah.
So,
Quite.
and to continue it in another story, can we just leave, different religions alone? So, the mathematician, UC Berkeley student, who had to be escorted off a plane because he saw fit to spend his time working on equations next to someone who couldn't take the fact that he wanted to use his time wisely. And she decided who he was and what he was up to on said plane, and made them escort him off and question him,
Really?
and held the plane up for 2 hours.
Yeah. Well, I think it wasn't that he was working on math. She was mad because he didn't engage in small talk with her.
Is
She
that
was
all
trying-
for real?
She was trying to, have small talk with him
Oh,
or whatever.
I call that invasive, predatory conversations.
Yes.
You're not talking to me because you want to talk to me. You trying to figure out something.
Exactly. And so he's working on his math and giving her short answers, and she's like, "Oh, I can't have this." And then when she sees that he's working on math, he's working on, I guess,
He had
weapons of math.
Almond.
Yes, almondy. Weapons of mass destruction. Like
That's
he
what
would
he
be
was working on.
Yeah, like he would be
Weapon-
on
okay.
the plane that he about to
Exactly.
potentially take down, working
I'm like,
on
wouldn't
math
he have
equations.
figured out the equations prior
Exactly.
to getting on the
Exactly. Like, lady, what? So it's been a couple of think pieces that I read. They called her Darth Becky.
Wow.
The part that pisses me off. Okay, she was tripping. But y'all gonna play along
That's
with
it. Yes, that's
y'all
it.
gonna really shut the plane
Yeah.
down because of that complaint.
Mm-hmm.
So you saying to me, although I am a customer as if everyone else have, and I have spent my money and I have treated you well because of what somebody else says about me, you gonna forget who I am?
Exactly.
You forget how I need to be treated?
Yeah.
What damn?
Yeah, well, that's good. That's
Because you know who was the person making the complaint. I'll
Right.
just leave it
Who
at
was
that.
the priority, huh?
Well, I don't think that this is anything new. I think it's just becoming more prevalent for whatever reason, when January 2017 comes here. But
Yes.
anyway, it's becoming more prevalent where I can just point my finger and say, I think that person is doing X, Y, and Z. And then others fall into formation and
Yeah.
and handle it accordingly because of hearsay.
And it brings me back, and I hate to kind of bring this up, but one, it it's always happened, like you said, but the tone of the people who it's happening to has changed. And so it brings me back to the movie, and based on true events, Rosewood.
Yeah.
If you know the movie about what happened in Florida back in the
I want to say
20s or something like
Is
that.
the alien
20s or
show?
30s?
No. So basically, it's a true story.
Yeah.
But Rosewood, Florida, there was a town that was predominantly black, and there was this woman.
Self-sufficient.
Yes, very self-sufficient. They own their own land, property, whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, it's with Ving Rhames and Don Cheadle and all of them, and
Is this the Black Wall Street?
kind of, sort of, yeah. But based on someone saying an untruth about somebody else, they basically burnt the town to the ground because they were looking on hearsay. So they burnt the town to the ground, killed off everybody, and then come to find out, what she said was untrue. And they knew it was untrue, but because they started, they had to finish it.
You're right. You can't let it go. You have to follow through on it.
Mm-hmm.
Which plays into, if you typecast me, I had to play the role all the way out.
So
And don't you hate the end of the script sometimes? And you know where it's going to end up.
I don't know if I hate the end of the script, because I'm always playing the game too. As soon as it happened to you, you got to go into player mode, and because you got to write the end of that script.
Yeah, that's when
because the same way it's happening to you is the same way you can flip it, and it could be happening back at you.
Exactly.
You have to. And it's unfortunate that it has to be like that, but that's the life we live.
I guess
It really is.
It's the
And
same.
it's sad because I be thinking to myself, it's like, why? But then I go, well, you didn't invent the game. You just a player.
Well, that's interesting because in the book that we have been progressing through, the 4 agreements, one of the 4 agreements, and it may be hard in this context, but one of the 4 agreements is don't take it personal. Don't take nothing personal. And so,
Even though you don't take it personal, it always is.
well, I'm going to say, it's hard not to take that personal. It is very difficult not to take that personal. But if you are so inclined to embrace that agreement that you don't take it personal, I think your reactions will be different and your outcomes will be different too. I think so. I do.
Yeah.
I feel like that was the end of that. So, I knew a song I wanted to end it with. It's the song that used to get played in the car all the time. And it's probably not one that you guys heard, but it's a cool song to be heard. And just remember, whatever you do, whether it be proven wrong or proven